Hundreds of thousands of potential babies are frozen in limbo in the U.S.
And this could be the answer for many infertile couples hoping to be parents. Health specialist Denise Dodor explains how embryo adoption works.
Oh yeah, this is pretty unique and pretty pioneering at this moment. An estimated 500,000 embryos are in storage, a frozen limbo. Many are considered leftovers, embryos created for but not ultimately needed for in vitro fertilization. Many couples struggle with what to do with their potential unborn children. So more and more are putting them up for adoption.
I get you. I get you, girl.
Stephanie and Mike Makaborski can't imagine their lives without 1-year-old Mark and 4.5-year-old Andrew.
Good kick.
Hard to believe not long ago, both little boys were frozen, tiny embryos stored in limbo in containers just like this one for years on end.
You know, it's been an answer to prayer for us.
Mike and Stephanie struggled with infertility before entering this new frontier in adoption. By adopting their children as embryos, the Mission Viejo couple was able to experience all the joys of pregnancy and parenthood.
The joy of seeing her tummy grow and
The delivery room. I mean, just every other woman wants to experience.
Mark and Andrew come from two different sets of genetic parents. Both sets of parents used IVF. Both were left with extra embryos.
This is Luke and Mark's footprints here.
Ron Stoddart runs Nightlight Christian Adoptions in Fullerton.
We've had 185 babies born so far, and we have another 17 babies that are due.
The idea for embryo adoption arose from the tough choices couples with extra embryos are facing. Should they donate the embryos to science, donate them to infertile couples, or destroy their potential genetic offspring?
And unfortunately, many families resolve that problem by ignoring it. If they don't think about it, if they don't deal with it, then it'll go away. Unfortunately, the embryos will not go away.
We do have people that, I guess you could say, they've abandoned them.
Dr. Jeffrey Nelson at Huntington Reproductive Center in Pasadena estimates there are thousands of embryos in storage at his facility alone.
We don't want this continued accumulation of all these embryos. So the best thing to do is just really be proactive and educate people ahead of time of what their alternatives are going to be.
A 2002 study found that only 2% of embryos are donated to infertile couples.
I found that the reason for that was that families who had embryos did not feel comfortable in just donating them to the clinic and never knowing what happened.
So Ron developed a process similar to traditional adoption. Genetic parents have more control over who will adopt and raise their genetic offspring.
I think it just offers them a lot of peace, you know, and a lot of comfort.
Adoptive parents are screened, their medical and criminal backgrounds checked. Are they financially stable? Is their marriage stable? Genetic parents can also specify which characteristics are most important to them.
They can determine the religion, whether they have other children, how long they've been married, their ages, whether the mother will stay home or not.
Mike and Stephanie made this scrapbook for the genetic parents of Andrew.
We are so looking forward to beginning our family after 6 years of marriage and the heartache of infertility.
Mike and Stephanie hope both their kids will eventually want to meet their genetic parents. Andrew already knows he's adopted.
We tell him he was like a little seed that, you know, the doctors planted in mommy's tummy. And the doctor helped put you in my tummy, right? And you grew and you grew. And then mommy had you.
When I see a picture of a baby that's been born, I realize that the alternative was that that child would have either been destroyed or still frozen.
And we can't think of a greater gift that they have given us. I mean, just their love and generosity and
how unselfish.
Unselfish to give these little embryos a chance at life.
And both Makaborski boys spent 2 to 3 years as frozen embryos before being adopted. Mike and Stephanie are hoping for their third child. They've adopted 2 more embryos from the same genetic parents as their son Mark. For more about embryo adoption, log on to our website at abc7.com and click on the See It on TV link. It just could be a win-win situation for all the families involved.
They're certainly cute, aren't they?
Yeah.
Kiddos. Thanks. Getting a turkey for Thanksgiving.